listen, I'm about to bring in a young fella who he knows a lot about making money online, because I know a lot of you other kids like, man, I make money online. I'm young and poor. I live in a puddle, and I live with my mom, and I'm 18. How do I get some bread? And I didn't know what to tell you motherfuckers, man. But that's why I brought in the homie. He used to just comment on my videos. He was like 16 years old or something like that. He used to comment on my videos all the time. And we didn't know who he was. And kept saying, oh, Splash. And he called himself Splash Man, and we thought that was funny. And then I did a event in Toronto. In fact, it was a world tour, and one of the stops was Toronto, right? And he showed up. He said, yo, I'm Splash Man. I'm like, yo, you're not a man, you a kid. And he's like, I know, but I'm called Splash Man. And then what happened was, he just seemed like a cool kid, and we kept in touch. And, I kind of mentored him as he was building one of his first businesses. He got that business to like $10K per month in high school. He bought his mama a house. He'd be buying houses.
At 21.
At 21, he bought his mama a house, man. Come on, man. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24,
Crazy.
man. How many employees you got?
Man, almost like 15 just for one of the businesses.
15 for one of his business. He out here balling the shot calling, man. Splash, man. We needed your help, man, because some of these young motherfuckers was asking, yo, how I get some of this money?
That's why I'm here.
That's why you here, man. So he was in town. I was like, Splash, man, help these motherfuckers out, man.
I'm actually not even born in Canada. I know, said you gotta guess from Canada. I was born in a village in a country called Nepal.
Oh yeah, that's where the Sherpas is from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was born in Nepal, came to Canada when I was like 8 to 9 years old, and growing up, pretty average, just like any immigrant family. Mm-hmm. My parents were working jobs. I just wanted to get good grades to impress them. But towards high school, I started getting this feeling. I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I want to make money now because we're broke.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
And it was actually all through you. First I found out your videos through just because I wanted to get in the best shape. Right, and you did help me do that. I got abs in high school because of Brandon Carter.
Yep.
And then you started making, videos about business, marketing, and then I started just watching those as well. And when you had your world tour, not an event, your world tour in Toronto, like that's when I learned about like funnels, copyright. Funny actually story. I remember you asked my friend beside me, what is copywriting? And he said, oh yeah, music copywriting. Yeah, no. I remember, we all laughed at him.
Yeah, we picked that up. Yeah.
But from that event, I just stuck to this online marketing world, just followed what you were showing.
Yeah.
And then I first got into drop shipping. That's how I made my first dollar online.
I remember that.
Yep, exactly. I was, I was doing drop shipping then, but it was very inconsistent, because at the end of the day, I'm selling garbage products to old people online.
Yeah, you're selling Chinese bullshit to old people online.
Literally, my drop shipping business was successful. Then we actually started print on demand because I heard
with the shit.
Yeah, because you were talking about it, about print on demand and how you can start a brand without having inventory. And I was like, this is perfect. So me and my friends started a clothing brand in high school. And then the first month we made 5,000, told you about it. And you're like, yo, let me show you ads.
Yeah.
You showed us how to do ads, and the next month, literally, we did $10,000.
Come on, man.
While in high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like while I was still going to school every day.
Yep.
And and that's how I actually got the skill of email marketing. Another thing I skipped over is the dinner after the event in Toronto. That's when I learned about Klaviyo.
Klaviyo is a CRM that's used specifically for Shopify stores and e-commerce, right? They're the best for. They don't pay us nothing. I'll take the money, but like they don't pay us.
They got the money now.
It's the best. Yeah, they just went public, right?
Yeah. And for context, like our whole business, we use Klaviyo for all of our clients. So that is a very significant moment, right? Like you literally showed it. You literally showed us Klaviyo.
The foundation in your business.
Literally. And the second part where you helped was when we had a Red Zone client. You told me to set up their emails, and I had good knowledge, but you really kind of dove deep and showed me exactly how to do email marketing. You showed me how you're doing email marketing for Bro Laboratories, right? So I had the skill of email marketing because I learned that through you. I had this skill because I've learned from you doing all these things on the side. And then opportunity came where someone I knew was making like $15,000 a day selling BS products. Drop shipping Chinese products, of course. But I was a broke high school kid, and I'm like, yo, let me get a little bit of this money as well with them, So I was so broke, I would have taken like $300-400, but he was making so much money. I'm like, yo, give me $2,000, I'll set up your emails.
Oh, he wasn't making that money with no email.
No.
People don't know that email still makes money.
He agreed to pay me $2,000 for, you know, writing the emails. I was like on top of the world because I'm like, you know, there's a lot of money for me at that time.
Yeah.
But another thing happened. That month, I made him like, you know, almost $12,000.
$12,000 extra dollars.
Exactly.
Nice.
Right. And to me, it was like a light bulb switch went in my head because, you know, with dropshipping, it's a win-lose situation. Yes, I win because I make money, but like my customers are getting a garbage product. But with this, I get paid and I was able to help them make more money. It was a win-win situation. And, you know, again, taking all the knowledge I've gotten from you, I started branding myself as the email guy and started talking about the importance of emails to all the young guys that were doing e-commerce dropshipping. And then that's literally my business was just going to e-commerce guys and dropshipping guys and saying, hey, I will do your emails for you because I know you're not doing it. You know what I mean? Because they're so focused on, like you said, all the fancy things, right? Ads, the social media, all that. But I'm like, no. The email is so I was like one of the first guys in the space to tell everyone, yo, like do email marketing. I still have videos from, you know, 6 years ago of me talking about email marketing and the importance of it because I learned from you, you know, and that's how I branded myself as the email guy because I knew the importance of email just because I listened to
And now you got a thriving business doing big numbers, over 15 employees.
Yes, sir.
And at 24.
Yes, sir.
24. You know, that's all based off email marketing.
All of email marketing.
Now, because you do email for so many businesses, you know a lot of different ways for these young kids to make some money. Let's just break some of them down, man.
For sure. I would even preface this by saying that there are so many online opportunities out nowadays that I think the ones that do the best are the ones that just focus on one.
Yeah.
Because you probably see this all the time.
All the time.
Right? 1 month they want to do this, then the next month they want to hop into something else.
Yeah.
So I would preface this by saying, like, there are so many online opportunities, just focus on one.
Well, you can get rich doing anything.
Anything.
I know a guy who is a fucking multi-millionaire roofer. I don't even know what roofing is. I never lived in a house, right? But he out here roofing shit, and he's making like mad money. You know what I'm saying? And literally anything.
Anything.
I've seen the dumbest shit make money because they focused on it and they went hard, you know? So you don't have to worry about what's the best. You got this, when you pick the thing that you want to do, stay focused on it. I see people switching all the time. Or worse, trying to do like 18 things simultaneously. That's the shit that never works.
Never.
Yeah, never.
No.
Like never.
Yeah, and I'll say like the first thing, and you know this relates to what I do, is just like writing, right? It's copywriting.
All right. So let's break it down. Let's break it down, man.
All right. Like if you actually look at fundamentally a lot of things that you do, everything is copy, right? So like let's say when you're making short form content, someone has to script that out. Those words, they're a copy. Landing page, those words are copy. Email, copy, right? So I think if you focus on copywriting, learning how to use words to sell items, or also take any action that needs to take, whether it be book a call, you know, whatever it may be, like that is a skill. I think that's probably one of the number one skill. I learned a lot from you. Like, you know, you're one of the best copywriters I know.
Thank you. I agree. I believe you. But copywriting, but basically like, the way I think about it is writing words that convince people to take actions, or more importantly, to make purchases. You know? Yeah.
Email is just one avenue. Right. But like I said, everything is copywriting.
Sales pages, websites,
webinars, VSLs, everything is copy. At the end of the day, it's all words. Right? Either you speak it out or you read it. It's all words. So I think that is the number one opportunity, I would say.
So how do you make money copywriting?
I would first you need to learn the skill of copywriting.
Okay, skill.
Learn the skill of copywriting.
How does somebody go about that?
There's two ways, right? One, we live in the information age, so you can really find everything online. You can learn how to copy. Like, I mean, I learned a lot just, you know, watching YouTube videos, courses, but I think the sure way to shortcut the success, what I did, is get a mentor. Get a mentor, you know? Get a mentor, someone that's already successful in copywriting or email marketing, and learn from them. Right?
And somebody's thinking AI can do it. That shit is not good enough yet.
No.
I'm telling you, they are not there yet. Like I will not use AI to write my copy. Now, it's not good enough.
Yeah, I actually had a video on this the other day talking about, you know, AI will replace the mediocre copywriters. But you still need to, like, someone still needs to, AI is just a tool at the end of the day, right? Someone still needs to understand, is that good copy? Is that not good copy?
You got to know if it's good, you have to be good.
Exactly.
How do you know if Skynet or whatever is shooting out the good shit or not? You know, if you're not clear.
Exactly.
It's not good enough yet. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you that somebody who's made millions of dollars writing copy, there's no AI software or AI model that can replace a top tier copywriter right now.
Right now.
What if they don't have a mentor? How would they learn?
I would say just YouTube.
And then but then like until you find someone, right? You gotta seek that person out. Like
100%.
Find that motherfucker. You know?
Just try things and fail.
Yeah.
I think that's another advice I would give to anyone just starting out is like, that's what I did. At one point I was gonna do online training when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just doing anything and everything until something stuck. So, but for copywriting, yes, just learn it for now. Next, I would say is finding a niche, right? Finding a niche that you can serve. So for me, the reason I chose e-commerce was because it was a low-hanging fruit. I had already done drop shipping.
Right.
I had already knew people in that space, right? So it's for you to like decide, okay, is there a niche I'm already passionate about? Is there
so your niche is you help e-commerce people make money with email copywriting, right?
Yes.
So there's different kinds of copywriting. That's the importance of having a niche. That's what we talked about earlier. It's like he doesn't write any kind of copy for any person, right? He specializes in one type of copy for one type of business owner. And that's all he does. If somebody asks him, hey, can you write a webinar for me? I can, but I won't, right? Because that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's the focus. And I think, because now, like, there's not much competition. If you just said you're a copywriter, there's tons of competition.
Too many.
But you specialize in one thing. And the beauty of this is when you specialize in something, you have a bunch of testimonials from people who look like your target market after a certain amount of time, right? So now, if an e-commerce person who wants to make money with email, they're going around interviewing copywriters, who are you going to have? The guy who has copyright, even if he's a good copywriter, but he has testimonials from all different kinds of people doing all different types of things, or the one guy who all his testimonials are people just like him who want results the exact same way he gives it for all his testimonials, right? It builds, focusing on a niche builds a moat. After time, it builds a moat around you. Now it's difficult to compete with you in this space now. Nobody has more e-commerce clients and made money with email. Like I don't think there's no agency owner who has that, right? So now that, because he has so many testimonials in that, it's built a moat around his business.
Yeah. You taught me this, the riches are in the niches.
Riches in the niches. Bitch, snitches get stitches, money over bitches.
You heard?
Yeah, same shit. There's a reason it all rhymes. Yeah. That's how God works.
But I would say, focus on a niche. One niche and just stick to that. One service and one niche. I remember that's what you always told me when I had started is like and you were right. People were literally chasing to work with me because I was one of the only solutions in the market. I was one of the only guys doing emails for e-commerce. So I didn't even have to go out and beg for clients. Like clients were coming towards me.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of it. All right. So find a niche, learn a skill and find a niche. That's dope. How would they market themselves?
I think the best way is personal branding.
Tell me more about that.
Putting yourself out there, like I think a lot of people overcomplicate personal branding. Like you're saying earlier, they think that they need to do TikTok dances with their wives in order to build a personal brand. But no, a personal brand is just you putting yourself out there, talking about your expertise and what you're good at.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, again, you're not going to be the best, so you're probably not going to be out here like preaching to people. But even if you were to just document what you're doing, right, and like just practice, like even showing what you've been practicing, just building out your portfolio through that, like just getting in front of people. Like that is how you would sign clients. I think, again, personal branding, it is a slow build, but I will also say skilling up is a slow build as well. Yeah. Right. So do it together. And I would, to add to that, I would do some work for free for people 100%. If you can, and so you can use them as testimonials, right? Because nobody's going to pay you if you ain't got no results, but they'll take a chance on you for free. Somebody will take a chance on you for free, right? And then once you have a testimonial from them, you can use that testimonial to get paying clients. That same thing we teach our online training students. People who are just started in no experience, like, all right, man, we got something called the testimonial harvest. And I'll break it down. I don't want to get into it, but you train some people for free for a month, get them results, and then you use those testimonials to go get paying clients. But you also ask the testimonial clients after you get them results, hey, you want to keep getting these results? It's going to cost you now. It's kind of leverage now.
Yeah, man. It's kind of, it's an old tactic I learned on the South Side. The first one is free. You give them the first one free, and then they start coming back for some more. Once they get a little taste.
Yeah. Even when I first started, I mean, I did a lot of work with you.
They can get a taste. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying, even when I first started, I did a lot of free work, exactly, for the testimonials.
You did a lot of free work for me.
Did a lot of things for you as well, you know, and so I could go up to other brands and people and be like, hey, look, I've worked with Brandon Carter, you know, and that definitely helped me a lot.
Carter? You know him?
I get that a lot. I actually do get that a lot. More than you would think. I do get that a lot, actually. That's no. That reaction is fair, actually.
Yeah, no. Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter. They start DJing. They start DJing live. They start live DJing in front of you.
But yeah, no, you know, doing free work, one, you get the case study. But also second, you get to practice your skill because you can watch all the videos, all the courses, read all the books, but until you actually do it, you're not going to get better at it. Right? And even even when we were, you know, I was interning for you, like, I would just break down good copy. Yeah. You know, and I remember, like, I would even sit down with you, and I think I was making some of the landing pages for the 30-day keto challenge, I believe it was called. Yeah. And you know, I would write it, and you would come to me and, like, you know, you would show me, okay, where I can improve. I remember something you said, it's like, it's more art than science. I always stuck that, man. It's like, you know, like, and then having it flow. But anyways, literally work for free so you can get the experience, but also the case study, which you can go ahead and leverage when you do talk to people. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I think that's super. I'm gonna put that on a case study.
Case studies, free work.
Cool. What's the next hustle these kids can get into, man?
I think one of the biggest things right now would be content.
Content? Tell me more about that.
So content management. So I think there's a lot involved in that, right? If you know how to edit videos, if you know how to, again, like make videos, make like short form, long form videos.
I'm starting to believe that these things
apply to.
I'm a guess that it's gonna be the same
exact same steps, no matter the skill you choose or the avenue you choose. Yeah. That is the formula.
That's the formula.
It really is simple. A lot of people overcomplicate it, but it's really that simple. I was actually gonna say that it's the same steps you got to take.
So when you say find a niche, you could be like an example for content manager. You could focus on short form, like my boy Ryan McGinn. He focuses on all short form content, right? So he became like known for it. He had a lot of like big name clients. Some of them I can't say because he had NDAs and I don't want to get him sued. But the ones I can say is he does all the Grant Cardone short form content. He did the majority of mine, like fucking 99% of it. You know what I'm saying?
Chose a niche.
You showed a niche. That's the important.
Chose a niche. Built a personal brand around it.
If it was just a video guy, I don't know if he'd have $1 million content agency.
100%.
If he was just doing video, because he focused on short form vertical video, right? He focused on it, and then he like another thing about having a niche is that I didn't talk about. I forgot is not only do all your testimonials look the same, which is good, right? But also, you learn shit about it that someone who was dabbling in it just wouldn't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know shit about email that you probably can't find in a book, right? I know shit about online training that no one's wrote a book about it. You know, like, I know shit about training because I focused on back when I was an online trainer, I focused on training people with keto. I know problems that they're gonna run into that aren't in a book.
100%.
That they wouldn't, like, you get a different kind of domain expertise as well. So you actually become better because you don't have to learn everything. You just have to master one thing, right? What Bruce Lee say, man, I don't fear the guy who learned 1,000 kicks. I fear the guy who practiced one kick 1,000 times, or some shit like that, something to that effect. I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who kick you with 1,000 hoes or some shit. I don't know, but it's something around that, something along those lines, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, but it's the same thing. Content management.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, short form is one, but even if you don't edit, I know people that are just YouTube strategists. People that just go up to people and just give them strategy. Hey, make this type of video. Here, add this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to be good at video editing because people are looking for these kind of people, right? Yeah. Or the other one would be like posting. You'd be surprised, like, you know, like, we just need people to just see what the trends are and just post something similar with the assets that you give them. You know, like social media manager or like content manager. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always, when it comes to content management, it doesn't have to be like, oh, you editing videos.
Give me some examples of content manager. So we got short form video. What else?
Right. Long form
video. You said
strategist.
YouTube strategist.
I've seen YouTube strategists. Right. Same with
Like,
VSLs. I know someone that makes millions just writing VSLs.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, just focusing on one specific one.
Man, I'm telling you.
I also know guys that all they do is just find industry trends, find the next trending audio, and just make videos. Like literally, like not even talking like B-roll videos.
Really, with just the trending audio, and they get money.
You just try to say, okay, what's trending right now? Okay, is it memes? Or even memes? That's a huge one.
Bro,
meme marketing. I'm seeing that a lot more. We're starting to do a lot more of that as well. But I have literally one of the responsibilities for one of my team members just to make memes. Because they go viral.
Yeah, I know guys who run meme pages, and they make money like with the shout outs. Right. Like I know a lot of people who. One of my boys, man, Millionaire Mentor, that page.
Right.
Like Jason Stone, he used to live next door, but he moved somewhere to but he made millions off. He made one Instagram page. He had a few others, right? But he made one Instagram page, Millionaire Mentor. And it had a niche. It was focusing on like the entrepreneurial space, you know, that kind of thing. And he posted like memes and shit about it, for lack of a better term. And then people would pay him for shout outs on that page. And he made millions doing that shit. Like there's like a lot of different shit you could do.
100%. And then actually I would say, like, you know, to tie copywriting and content management, I know people that make a lot of money just ghostwriting for people on Twitter.
Really?
LinkedIn. Yeah, writing articles, just ghostwriting on Twitter. Like there's some people online that literally don't write their own tweets. Next, I would say sales.
But I was hoping you would say 110%. That's my favorite.
100%. And with sales, there's a lot. You know, there is. I think before there was just like closing, but now we even got like appointment setting.
Yeah.
I know a lot of kids that make money, good money, just hopping on people's DMs, setting appointments. Yeah. You know, learning the skill of just sales through DMs to begin with, or even just doing qualifying calls.
I had a friend who had a whole agency where he would do DM sales for people. Right? You know, I don't think he has it anymore, but at one point he had it. It did well. It made like 7 figures. You know. Right. You know, just DM sales, or like the biggest money is you can do like real sales, like talking to a person either on Zoom or in person.
High ticket closing.
Yeah. You're making a lot of money doing that. You know what I'm saying?
110%. And I think that is, I learned that skill off of you. I remember in 2018 when I was in New York, whenever you had sales calls, you told me come into the room.
Just come and listen to this. Yeah, listen up, man.
Right, like, and
watch a master at work.
and to show how good of a teacher he is and a mentor, you know, like I grew up one of the shyest kids, like being scared to, you know, raise my hand or even call my school for orientation.
Yeah, you was a bitch, man.
Straight up,
I'm fucking with you.
No. But it's true though.
I'm just joking. Just joking.
Go.
He seemed cool to me. I was just fucking around. All right.
In a way, he is right. You know, a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of broke me out that show to a point where I'm like closing thousands of dollars over the phone.
Come on, man.
You know, in a matter of months, just because, you know, like I learned from you. But that is one of the greatest skills. I think everyone should have that skill.
Well, like, here's the thing. You're going to be doing, no matter what you do, any of these, you're going to have to sell people to do it, right? You're going to have to sell people. Because all this shit is B2B. Everything we talk about is business to business, right? So you're going to have to sell business owners on this shit in some capacity. Whether you do straight up sales for someone else, or if you do one of these other things, you're going to have to do sales for this job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I have a quick story on this, actually. So when I started my first, you know, SMMA or marketing agency, I spent months designing website, doing all the wrong things, but avoiding sales. And you can imagine that business didn't work out.
No.
Because I'm not focusing on the thing that matters. So no matter what skill you choose, at the end of the day, you need to learn how to sell, or you need to know how to sell.
If you're not making sales, you don't have a business. You got a hobby. All right, and remember, it's the same tactics. You know, learn the skill by, you know, getting a mentor, studying, even courses, whatever. Like if you're me and I was trying to learn a skill, when I'm trying to master a skill, I do everything: mentors, courses, books. Like I leave no stone unturned. I might, you know, there's certain skills that I've learned, and I would get like 3-4 courses, read like 4 or 5 books on the subject, and get a few mentors, right? And I'm not out fucking around trying to learn this shit. I'm gonna learn it or die trying. You feel me? So you want to take that same kind of approach. And I'm not saying that I ain't got nothing to sell you. However, I will put out a free sales course when the Victory Unit Discord gets over 20,000 Victinators.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Once we get there, it's gonna be free. And I've done a few $1 million and millions of sales. I built an 8-figure sales team, and I've helped other people build sales teams too.
I would say another one that is on the rise, speaking of Victory Units, community management.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Now we're seeing more people build communities and leverage communities to sell their products, or just, have an audience in one area, because you never know when a social media platform might start tripping out and bang you, right?
Yeah.
So you need, a lot of people are creating, you have it on Discord, some people have it on school, Facebook, whatever. There needs to be someone there managing that community.
Yeah, making sure it's vibrant,
Exactly, making sure, people are getting their questions answered. No one is spamming, no one is promoting. Yeah. So that is actually a huge opportunity right now.
Kicking out the haters,
Kicking out because that happens for sure. Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen that firsthand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you need someone to do that, and also keep the community fresh. Add new content, find ways to make it engaging.
Make sure it's popping, you get people excited, for sure.
Exactly. So I think that is, and same steps apply for that as well. The next one would be like a virtual operator.
What?
Yes.
What is that?
I just made it up today.
Okay, I like it.
Because I have a virtual operator technically. I met him, brought him to Miami.
Oh, you mean like a COO type?
Yeah,
person.
but virtual. Because I've realized, especially with a lot of young entrepreneurs or people that make money, they know nothing about operating.
Is this different than a VA, like a virtual assistant?
Yes, but I think this is specific to just operating with certain, learning some of these
more of a like a chief operating officer.
Yeah, more of an operator.
Yeah,
more of an operator, and you probably want to hire someone that's diligent, so not someone from the Philippines. So mine's in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
No disrespect to the Filipino audience.
Yeah, no disrespect. I had a lot of Filipino, but talking to a lot of young entrepreneurs, I realized these guys don't have a business. A lot of them are just hustlers.
They're just hustlers.
You know what I'm saying? I'm show me your business. They're like I use Slack. Yeah. And I'm like you know what I'm saying?
You need somebody in there actually running all the operations of it.
Yeah.
Basically, this person runs the operations of your business, right? Keeps everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
I think if you learn and all you need to do is learn certain softwares that exist out there, the Zapiers, the Notions, right? And build systems. Make the person that you're working for, make their life easier, organize them. You know what I mean? And you, again, I'm telling you, I've talked to some, you'll be surprised how many of these guys don't even know, or don't even have a CRM. They're doing, they're trying to get leads, they're trying to sell people off their Instagram, they're getting all these leads, but they don't even have a CRM they can go to.
Amber, right? This
100%.
She did for me, right? And she had a business where she kind of did this with people. I'm the only person she works with now, but she kind of runs the business. Exactly. As far as on an operations standpoint, I make a lot of the big decisions and I do so. But if I got to do something, it's going to take a long time. If it's Amber's task, it's going to happen immediately.
100%. Yeah. 100%. And you need you need a visionary in the business, which would be you. Yeah. And you need the operator.
There's a book about that. It's called Rocket Fuel, and it talks about how a lot of big businesses started with two people. For example, Walt Disney, we know about Walt Disney. He was the visionary. He had the big plans and ideas, and he was the face of the business. But his brother was really running shit. The homie Roy Disney was running the show. But Disney was the face of it, right? You know what I'm saying? You see this with Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a visionary, but Woz was doing a lot of the other shit, And then even Bill Gates, but he still had the other dude,
Steve Ballmer.
And then the dude who run Paul Allen. And Paul got rich, not even being a face, but he was more of the operator.
Right.
I was in Grand Cayman swimming with the stingrays, kicking it with them, regular shit, Cayman Islands stingray shit. I was on my Cayman Islands stingray shit. And then this guy, and then this guy was like, "Oh, you Brandon Carter?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, this must be a big moment for you." And he was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" And I was like, "All right." I was like, and then I seen a boat, and I was like, "Damn, man, I ain't know cruise ships came over here, man. What the fuck? I thought I was on some private exclusive baller shit." He said, "Nah, man, it's not a cruise ship. That's Paul Allen's boat." It was that big. It was big as one of those cruise ships out there. So, you know, you could make a lot of money being an operator if you pick the right business, you know.
I think I learned that off you as well. You don't have to be an entrepreneur or like, you know, like the guy.
You don't have to
make
be the guy.
Yeah, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you help someone who's already making money, help them be more organized and help them make more money, you will be as good. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And there's a lot of people in the world where that role fits them better than trying to be an entrepreneur, because not everyone could be an entrepreneur. That's something I've learned just going through this, and just you're seeing so many people's journeys. Like, not everyone's meant to be an entrepreneur.
And not everybody's a star either, right? Like,
100%.
you know, for some of the shit you got to be the visionary, you got to be the front. Not everybody can be, you know, Bezos or something. There's a lot of other motherfuckers in Amazon who like run shit. Like Bezos ain't handling day to day. He's not even CEO no more.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have one that's unique, and what I call is just like selling your own skills that you already have, right? So I'll give you
skills.
I'll give you an example. So I know someone that graduated doing event planning, right? And they work at an event planning company. But I know for sure they can transition their business online and just help a different niche and just take it online. You know what I'm saying? And just get all the benefits of being a freelancer. Instead of working a job, be a freelancer, right? To different people that need your services or your expertise.
Give me an example of one. You said, so you got...
So event planning is one. Another one would be bookkeeper, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of working at an accounting firm, you can just have 4 or 5 different just individual clients as a freelancer, and just help them with their books, help them get more organized with their financing, and well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this shit is kind of all a version of that if you think about it.
It really,
like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I did, right? I looked at the skills I already had. What was the lowest hanging fruit? Okay, I already know how to do email marketing. The niche I know is e-commerce, so I'm just gonna stick to that, right? Yeah. But I mean, there's so many other things I can know. So if you have the skill, there's so many things you can.
You know, there's like, man, you know, that was me. I was a personal trainer. Right, so I just started training people online. I did the same shit. I learned the skill because I was a trainer for like years before the internet was invented, and and then I focused on a niche. Right, you know, I wanted to help young men get ripped. Help young men. Right, and I built my personal brand. I was the first case study. Right, so like it can be you know, and then I started training people. Man, it's like I followed the same steps. You can do that with anything
that you're good at, there's a demand. I would say there needs to be a demand.
There needs to be a demand for it. I know there's people who fucking will coach you on like Smash Bros. You can get a fucking Smash Bros coach.
Right.
You play.
Have you been getting these ads?
The man, they're in for that, but it is a thing. You know what I'm saying? I found that because my girl used to beat me in Smash Bros, and I was like, nah, I can't have this. I can't have this. I got to be king of my castle.
Yeah,
I did not have to get a coach. I'll beat her ass like right now in Smash Bros. Don't clip that. I'll beat her ass right now. Yeah,
no Diddy did it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But I'll put her on it. But she starts talking crazy. I'll be like, grab the controller.
Yeah,
grab the controller. We're gonna handle this on the platforms. This has been super helpful. Where can they find out more information about this?
So my Instagram, you know, Splash PJ on Instagram. You can follow me, DM me.
Hit your boy up, man. Hit your boy up.